My prediction for the Italy-Switzerland game is 1-1 and Italy to go through after extra time. My scorer would be Pellegrini. I think his time is yet to come. I think he'll score with a free kick. I think it will be a very, very tight game. Switzerland is not the strongest team going forward, but I think their chance conversion could be better as well. So I don't see Switzerland scoring more than one goal. In extra time, anything can happen, but I think the tournament experience will push Italy towards the next round. But yeah, definitely a lot of players aren't living up to the expectations. I mean, Di Lorenzo said after the game, like, hey, I know that with any other manager, except for Spalletti, I would be sitting on the bench right now after my performances. We've seen the center backs, Bastoni, Calafiori. I think they were quite solid. We discussed it also in the build-up to this tournament. Will he play with a back five or with a back four? Now he chose to play with a back five, going back to basics, putting in Darmian, which is an old veteran, experienced veteran, into the side. So you see that Spalletti is also very uncertain of his team, very uncertain of who is going to play, how are we going to do it. But I think grasping to this moment, holding on to this moment of joy, of release, I think that will help Italy moving forward. So yeah, it's very interesting to see how this game will play out against Switzerland.
So my score prediction for this game is 2-1 for Switzerland after extra time. I still think that's going to be extremely tight game, and I think the goal scorers for us will be Dalendoy again and Xherdan Shaqiri in extra time. He will come off the bench and score a worldie like he did against Scotland. I think we're going to have the same lineup as during the first three group games, so 3-4-3. It's a system that suits the attacking play really well and our pressing as well. The only issue will be Widmer will be suspended due to yellow cards, but he wasn't one of the players that impressed me the most, especially against Germany, but for the games against Hungary and Scotland as well. We have, for example, Zuber, who can come off the bench and replace him. I really doubt that players like Shaqiri or Okafor will start. He will really go with the same lineup as Germany. And our key players for this game will be Manu Akanji. I think he's having a tremendous tournament. And offensively, Dalendoy. I said it at the start of the tournament that he would be our big breakout, and I was lucky to be right. But he's just a top guy and a really important player to create chances offensively for us. I believe Switzerland will go to the next round if we can defend crosses better. We are a bit weak in this area, and Sommer is also not the greatest player in the air. That's gonna be Italy's biggest chance to really challenge us. And we have a better pressing than Italy. So if we can do that right, I think we will be slight favorites for this game.
My prediction is that Germany will win with a 2-0. The scorer could be Florian Wirtz again. And a very wacky, crazy bet could be for Dennis Undav to score, because nobody knows if he will be on field. But if he is in the match, he will score. Trust me. The lineup could remain unchanged. Maybe Füllkrug instead of Havertz would be fair, especially after the last game. But I think Nagelsmann already knows what he's doing. He has to bring some offensive players at the end of the match. For example, Dennis Undav, one of my favorite players. He's a striker, and he knows from VfB Stuttgart to come in the last minutes and to score. And that's very important, especially in this stage of the tournament. To be honest, Germany's last game was not good. You know that I'm a big fan of our own team, but the last game didn't impress me. So I hope things pick up again now, and I'll give Florian Wirtz and Jamal Musiala another chance. So I think we will win this game.
My prediction for the game Germany versus Denmark is that Germany will win 2-0. The top scorer right now in the Euros, Füllkrug. I think you say he's from Dortmund. I think he'll score one of the goals for Germany. And a crazy thing is that there can be a red card. Every party has an end. And now this is the end for Denmark. Now we're gonna go home because the German side are too strong. Germany will have a win. They'll play in Dortmund. There'll be 70, 80,000 in the stadium, and most of them will be Germans. And I think it's the end for Denmark. The way Denmark is gonna approach the game, I think, will be as a counter-attack game, which means that they will have a strong defense and they'll try to hurt Germany on fast balls forward on counter-attacks. One of our key players, Morten Hjulmand is out for the game. He got his second yellow card. I think Christian Nørgaard, who is the captain of Brentford, will be playing instead of Morten Hjulmand. The rest of the team will be the same. They will play counter-attack, they'll go down, stand in front of the goal and defense, and then they'll go for counter-attacks. We already had a lot of miracles in the Euro. We won the Euro, and in Denmark, all of us know that we won the final 1992 against Germany. And at that time, Germany was a huge favorite to win the game. But we did it. And the same thing can happen this time. But I'm just not sure. And you know, after the German game, if we win, we are going to play Spain. And after that, live France. And then we have the final. Yeah, Denmark, let's go, Denmark, yeah, Denmark.
I think it's important to note here that I'm going to go with players that I've seen play actively. Because, I can obviously go back in time and put guys like Baresi and Schillaci and Meazza and Rivera, but I didn't see them play, so I don't know. I'm going to go with, obviously, Buffon in goal. Then we're doing a back four. So we will have Zambrotta, Cannavaro, Nesta, and Maldini. I think there could be an honorable mention for Materazzi, but we're going to keep it like this. Then my midfield is Pirlo, De Rossi, and Gattuso. Gattuso was not the most fine player, but he's just such a character, and I love him as a player, so I'm going to go with Gattuso. Then we have as a number 10, Totti. And my two guys up front are going to be Baggio and Del Piero. And I think this is such a good team. Usually when making best 11s, people go for 6 attackers and they kind of forget about the defensive duties. I think this is a very balanced team, and this team would also win everything again and again.
Toni Kroos is a player you can trust on. He's a player who is absolutely stable, and I think Toni Kroos is a player who has a very good mental mindset, and his own mental mindset is very important for the younger players. So I think he's a key player, a key person, and that makes him absolutely kind of legendary for us.
I agree. Absolutely, I agree, because he's one of the flawless players when it comes to the midfielders. Toni was, for the last 2 decades, one of the best in the world. I think it was a big mistake from Bayern Munich to let him go to Real Madrid, where he made incredible achievements. And you see, his comeback to the German national team changed everything. For me, Germany wasn't a contender to win the Euro 2024, but when he came back, they won over France, they won over Netherlands. He's irreplaceable, and too bad he's gonna play his last games in Euro 2024. It's a big loss for Germany and for Real Madrid as well.
German fans love Toni Kroos. When you see the public viewings or in the stadium, you see a lot of jerseys with Toni Kroos on the back. So he's one of the most popular players in Germany, and He's also one that people like for his own mindset, and also he's very open-minded, and yeah, I think he's one of the most popular players in Germany. Yeah.
I think the tournament is going better than I expected. In the beginning, I thought the great teams will be win with no difficult, but what is happening is not like that. The best team that I watched played was Germany. I think for me is the best team until right now. But the teams without no World Cup championship is going well. Like yesterday, I watched Belgium play, and was a great game. And I think, the great teams doesn't have the facility to play. It's not easy. So I watched Portugal play too, and it was a great game. So for me, Germany is the best team until right now. I am a little disappointed with the England team. I'm in love with the Euros until right now, and I'm excited to see the next games.
I ain't stopping till I run the world.